Nightline has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source. ABCnews.com, now a part of the Go Network. Tomorrow, when the machine gun took over, technology that altered the nature of war. A brief glimpse of the century. Watch ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Richard Dreyfuss in his Oscar-nominated role.
Congratulations, you found the beat.
The network television premiere of Mr. Holland's Opus. ABC Sunday at 7, 6 Central.
My name is Kathy. I am 9 years old. This is my best friend, Julissa. We have fun playing games. I live in a very poor country, so I feel real lucky to go to school. My favorite subject is math. Papa takes care of the rice field. He works hard all day. This is Bartow. He works for CARE. We all work together to build a well in our village. Before the well came, Mama had to walk for hours every day just to get water for our family. Me and my brothers had to miss school a lot to help do the chores. Sometimes the water we drank made us sick. But with our new well, those things don't happen anymore. Now we have clean water, right in our own village. Papa says he's glad CARE came to help us. I'm glad too.
CARE, how many lives can you change today? If you think this baby's in danger, it's nothing compared to what can happen as early as the 3rd week of pregnancy, when birth defects of the brain and spinal cord can occur. If you're a woman of childbearing age, take a multivitamin with folic acid every day, pregnant or not, and help save a baby. March of Dimes, saving babies together.
You're watching ABC for Alaska on Alaska's Superstation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Politically Incorrect, Bill Maher. Bill's guests tonight, Bobcat Goldthwait, Rose McGowan, India Allen, and Horace Cooper.
Thank you. Hey, great crowd. I love this crowd, and I know I'm in a good mood today because it turns out this city, Los Angeles, is going to get the Democratic Convention in the year 2000. It is not quite a done deal, but it's pretty close. There are still a few details to work out with the Los Angeles City Council and Divine Brown's pimp. Other than that, now, I love this story from the paper. If you think there are no silver linings in dark clouds, it said that senators from both sides, Republican and Democrat, have become closer because of the impeachment trial. Apparently, it was a bonding experience between the two of them. And in fact, behind closed doors, several of them admitted they were bipartisan. So... Well, President Clinton had a very sentimental trip today. He went back to New Hampshire, where 7 years ago to the day, he proclaimed himself the comeback kid. Remember the Jennifer Flowers scandal? And he was very impressed by the turnout, but, you know, who doesn't get misty over their first sex scandal? Yeah. Not that it was all good for the president in New Hampshire. There were some protests. One newspaper had a very nasty headline. And there was, in one rural town, they held a mock impeachment trial. And to add insult to injury, the part of Monica was played by a leaf blower, which terrible. And speaking of private matters, anybody from Alabama, there is a big controversy down there. Apparently they passed a law that bans vibrators. I mean personal vibrators. And everyone is buzzing about it down there. And no, there is a court case now, and women are upset about it. They want their vibrators. They were thinking of having an actual civil rights-style protest, but they thought they'd crack up when they started to sing, "We Shall Overcome." All right. You're a wonderful group. Now let's meet our panel. He is Press Secretary to House Majority Leader Dick Armey, Horace Cooper. Horace, there he is.
Good to see
Hello,
you
my
again.
friend. Good to see you. She is a former Playboy Playmate of the Year, and her new movie is The Chosen One, Legend of the Raven. India Allen. India. Hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you. All right. Easy, Horace. An actress whose films include Phantoms and Scream. Her new movie, Jawbreaker, opens everywhere this Friday. Rose McGowan. Hey, kitten.
Hi, Sugar.
How are you? And a fine comedian will be at Tacoma's Emerald Queen Casino this Saturday, Monday and Tuesday. He's at the Funny Bone in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The man is working for a living. Bobcat Goldthwait. Okay. Wow. I hope you wore that eye makeup for her and not me.
Either way, I'm just here to share some good news about Mary Kay Cosmetics. I don't want to Shanghai the show, but I don't have access to national TV every night. And I want to say this about the acquittal. I feel that Bobby and Jack Kennedy are in hell right now going, damn it, we didn't have to kill Marilyn.
Escape the show without having to talk about Clinton. I thought I was going to make it.
Did you see me?
Now
Did you see me?
I'm taking you out backstage, pal.
I've been Clinton-free for years. It meant nothing to me. It really hasn't. But this was finally the first time I had something to say.
I breathed such a sigh of relief.
Right. Now, we haven't gone near it, but once in a while you get
You get it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm leaving in a huff. I got a funny bone to play.
Easy, cheesy.
Let me get to the issue I wanted to get to.
All right, get right into your show.
This is Black History Month. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I'm all caught up in the man's issues.
The man's issues.
Yeah, you can tell with that mascara.
I've been picking on me for it.
But
for you.
here's the deal. In Oregon, which is... Oregon. Did I say it wrong?
Yes.
Okay, Oregon.
Oh, who's the now?
It's the guy who'll be back tomorrow night. Anyway...
I'm very excited about getting my own show.
Blacks are 1.7% of the population of Oregon. Did I say that right? Okay. So in the schools, they decided they're not going to celebrate Black History Month, which is pretty much something that's done all across the country. And people are saying this is racist. But the question is, if you don't really have any black people there, is it really racist not to force the kids to study black history?
Actually, I don't think that's the goal here. I think the goal here is actually one of, what do we need to do to say that black Americans make a contribution 12 months out of the year? Why cram it into one 30-day period?
And why make me pay for it? I don't want to pay for it.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't live in Oregon. Yeah, I don't live in Oregon. Maybe Oregon. It's still, Oregon. It's still their tax dollars, and I'm sure it's a little bit of our tax dollars. I used to live in Oregon, and it's I remember passing through this one town called Notai, population 16, and it said it had a black slur on the window of their bar. Of course, they misspelled it, which shows exactly what's happening.
Oregon, they misspelled?
Yeah, go figure. Yeah, but I think regardless, I think you're right about the 30-day period up there.
But it's not a racist state. I mean, Oregon is, come on.
Oregon's a little bit behind the times. It's not all hippie.
Oregon is ahead of the times in many areas, like assisted suicide.
Okay, well, maybe that, I hear you.
It is. And also they passed medical marijuana. I think of Oregon as a progressive.
Maybe they're assisting all the blacks in the state with assisted suicide, so they no longer have to teach them anything.
Bill, this is exactly the concern that I have is every single time there's any claim made of racism, people just accept it without looking into the details. That state is exactly, as you say, on the forefront of progressivity, and the idea that somehow if you go to Oregon, you're going to get hanged, you're going to get lynched, or you're going to get shot at because you're a minority, I mean, that's just not true, and it diminishes the real sensitivities and events that happen in places.
I think you're completely correct. I think the thing that would be wiser to do is obviously take their budget, apply it to more teachers, who can then have the choice, and hopefully it'll be instilled in the curriculum to teach that way they can 12 months a year.
I think it should be.
It's perfect.
First of all, I don't want to go to school 12 months a year.
Well, they have year-round in California.
Yeah, they do have a year-round in California.
Maybe if you did, you would have graduated.
You are so far beyond.
I'm not.
Maybe I would have graduated? How do you know what I've done or didn't do?
I know you got a pedicure with my friend Twiggy.
Yeah, but...
He told me all about... He told me all about your
and you're all over my case.
No,
I graduated from school. I didn't go 12 years. On the topic, Clinton. Does that make you feel any weird? I'm sorry I brought something up in the news. Whatever. I think that, why not make it correct history all year long in school? And by having 1 month a year for that we're going to be doing some kind of placating. Oh, it's Black History Month this year. But they're not going to start teaching correct history in school because this is the finest country anyone ever stole. And I think it would start with Native American history, and I don't think we're going to give a month or 2 for that either.
Right, it's built on just a bunch of ethnic lies, isn't it?
I was driving by a car dealership last night, on the way into the airport, and it had this big sign that said, Dodge acknowledges Black History Month. It's not even salute, congratulations. We acknowledge it. Yeah, shut up, okay? We're doing our part.
And it's so
strange.
It's so pandering.
What the hell does that? It's so insulting.
Honey, let's get a Dodge. They're good people.
Well, personally, I think we should just go to school vouchers and get rid of the whole public school thing altogether.
Oh, well, that's another issue that we don't have time to talk about, but maybe on another show, Bob. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher, brought to you by Visa.
Leisure suits, go-go boots, feathered hat, fat cat, hippie chick, Patrick Turk, disco duper, Gucci shirt, shark skin slacks, gun in sack, patent leather, boa feathers, hip mugger, gold juggers, brown shoe, ribbon blues, on the man, lingerie, saddle or shoe.
At the Attic Vintage Clothing Store in Las Vegas, the only thing that's out of style is using American Express. So bring your Visa card. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
The Domino's Heatwave bag keeps your pizza hotter and better tasting than ever. Now order 2 medium pizzas with up to 3 toppings for only $13.99. We'll deliver them oven fresh.
Domino's! Delivering a million smiles a day.
Affliction, nominated for 2 Academy Awards. Best Actor, Nick Nolte, and Best Supporting Actor, James Coburn. The New York Times calls Affliction volcanic. Nick Nolte gives the performance of his career. The best film of the year, raves the New York Post. Nick Nolte, Sissy Spacek, Willem Dafoe, and James Coburn give wonderful performances. And Vogue says, brilliant. Nick Nolte should finally win his Oscar. From the acclaimed novel by Russell Banks, Affliction, rated R. Now playing select cities, starts Friday at additional theaters.
Feel the refreshment of Cert's powerful mints. Like skinny dipping in Fargo in February. Cert's powerful mints with Retsin. Keep your powerful cool longer.
2020 Friday, beloved country star Tammy Wynette.
We should have the right to know how our mom died.
Her daughters want an investigation. 2020 Friday.
I'm looking for people to take advantage of a unique opportunity in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, here's what Phoenix has to offer. Exciting growth, fabulous restaurants, all sorts of outdoor recreation, and RSI, the refrigeration school, one of the most dedicated technical schools in the United States. We're proud to say that students have relocated from all over the country to attend RSI, training to become air conditioning technicians or full-time electricians. Take Scott McCullough. How'd you hear about it?
Through a friend.
Why did you come to RSI in Phoenix?
I was looking for more training and something better.
I want you to come to Phoenix and attend RSI. Financial aid is available for those who qualify, and our staff will assist you in finding a place to live in Phoenix and a part-time job if you desire. Call this number now. Be sure you ask the operator about RSI in Phoenix.
Join us tomorrow when our guests will be Ben Savage, Christopher Reed, Monica Crowley, and citizen Kristen Kozakowski.
All right, we were talking about black history, but in the black present, Tiger Woods has an interesting lawsuit that is in the news. He is suing this artist named Rick Rush. I never heard of him either, but apparently he does a lot of paintings. He goes to sporting events, He's done Magic Johnson. He's done a lot of guys, and Michael Jordan, and he paints a picture of the guy at the sporting event, which he did. Wait, let me explain this. Which he did with Tiger Woods. Then he sells these lithographs, or they call them seriagraphs, which is a big word for copies if you're a sucker. Okay. Tiger Woods is saying, you know what, you can't paint my picture and sell it without compensating me, which would be a big precedent if he won that lawsuit.
I think that's kind of absurd. I think that's completely absurd.
Oh, absolutely not. He should get paid for that because, first of all,
if you look historically,
no, but I don't.
These are little people that are going there and they're happy to pay.
Historically, there were no Tiger Woods. Historically, there were no Tiger Woods. This guy, his painting will fetch a certain amount of money with just his name on it. With Tiger Woods' face on it, it's going to get double, triple, maybe.
What? $15?
Woohoo!
Watch out.
But that's exactly what the problem is.
I think he's got enough endorsement.
Who are you to limit Tiger Woods' endorsements?
I'm not limiting Tiger Woods. I'm fighting for somebody who's like Mr. Small Time. There's probably no way he could get an artist.
Well, he's going to make a lot. Why should we give him allowances?
How is he going to give Tiger Woods money?
Why should he get free things from Tiger Woods?
He's not getting free things. Fine. He won't pay Tiger Woods.
Ladies. Yeah. Girls, don't.
Go get her for me.
Don't let me.
I do cat fight.
Don't make me get out that vat of mud we sometimes put.
If I do a cat fight, it's not going to be over Tiger Woods. That's for damn sure. I'm not into sports that much.
I agree with India. The issue here is not the right of an artist to be able to draw a picture and express themselves. The issue here is, are you making money at it? When you turn it into a commercial activity, then you can't take away from other people who worked hard to create the very image that you're capitalizing on.
Okay, well, what about, wait. If you're an actor, and you probably know this, if you exit a building and there's those people out there, so, professionals, and you sign autographs. Yeah. Now, some actors get really up in arms about that. I personally just believe, obviously, then there's a market that somebody wants to buy it. I think you should just be happy. That somebody is interested in your face.
Right.
Well, are people asking
I am currently representing Jesus in a Velvet Elvis thing.
How are you going to spend the money on a Velvet Elvis? Jesus should get paid. But there's no way some small peanuts guy or some guy on Venice Boardwalk who's painting a picture.
Well, who painted the picture?
Oh, okay.
Listen, people with small penises should not be paid at all.
No,
they should give all their money to Tiger Woods.
Wait a minute. Who painted the picture? Wasn't it
This
Leroy
guy
Neiman?
painted the picture of, this guy, Rick Rush, painted the picture of Tiger Woods, and he's selling 250 of them for $700. That is a lot of money.
That's
but,
a lot of
I mean,
money.
if this goes
he
through...
would make...
But by your logic, if you paint the New York City skyline, do you then owe New York a percentage?
What's the commercial value of the New York City skyline? And what are you diminished by taking it and representing it in the photo? Here is the point.
I think it's dangerous to real fans because it makes them unable to go and do something.
He's not a fan. He painted Tiger Woods to make money.
Tiger Woods should be given the
not a
right
fan.
to choose.
Well,
If he wants to give his photo away, he can. If he doesn't, he shouldn't have to, especially for someone who's going to profit from taking it from him.
It does seem like if you're a celebrity, you have no rights, doesn't
You
it?
don't. So
But
if
but
Pamela
why is that-
Anderson's video is on TV and she has no rights, so why
Isn't
should
that
why
wrong?
should
That wasn't fair.
She
She should get compensated.
She is being compensated now,
she should
but
have been
I'm
able to have it stopped.
It should have never been stolen and put on there.
I'd like to be compensated. Because I saw it at a hotel where they cut out the real dirty parts, so it was just her and Tommy Lee's dialogue for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
They're very stimulating and whatever.
Well, I think that's the tape got stolen, and I mean,
Right.
in some ways, Tiger Woods' image has been stolen. I mean,
I
the
think
guy
it's
painted the picture to make money. It's a limited edition, 250
But
paintings.
that Tommy Lee video is a real ripoff, to get back to that. It is it's really just it's a long home movie of their vacation with an occasional...
You know what? You guys are men. He has a huge thingy. Like...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Hello, my arm, okay?
I'm a man. That's the nicest thing you said to me all night. I can appreciate his I thought it was spectacular.
Bob.
Wait a second. We started the show off, I'm a
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden there's rules. I'm politically incorrect. Look at, if somebody...
He had a large penis.
If somebody... good thing it's bring your daughter to work day. We actually have our daughters here.
Our daughters are here.
If there's, okay, someone, let's say someone...
Dad, I love you.
It's just a whole movie of their
If somebody came out with a calendar, and they were drawings of you, now you don't have any rights over that. And then they would make money off of a product that you, let's say it's an inferior product or something embarrassing, you wouldn't want it out because it was something they painted or whatever. I mean,
the big penis could be on the other foot.
Exactly.
You know what? It's impossible to stop. It's impossible to stop. And I think also it's a dangerous precedent, actually, to tell you the truth. I think it could be, it would just be
200 years ago, the English were impossible to stop.
All right. You've all talked yourselves out. We'll take a commercial.
Hey, fellas. Bored with those canned potato crisps? Get ready to rock. Introducing new baked ruffles. Huge potato taste, more crunch, and baked ruffles have a lot less fat than Pringles Original. The taste is gonna rock your world.
You ready to rock?
New baked ruffles, ridges that rock.
It can take up to 5 consecutive washings to rid your hands of germs after going to the bathroom. Using a toilet paper with soft, interlocking fibers like Angel Soft helps trap and remove germs before they reach your hands, keeping them in the toilet where they belong. Though for some family members, even that may not be enough. This message brought to you by Angel Soft and the Georgia Pacific Health Smart Institute.
Splendid-looking Lexus. Thanks. Like my Seville, no doubt, a technological marvel. Blessed with the control of the world's most renowned driving system. System? Nope, that's right. You don't have the North Star system.
Seville, with all the power and control of the North Star system. Now just $549 a month. It's what's next.
Do I want to know how much? No, it would break your heart.
See your Cadillac dealer today.
The North Carolina Tar Heels are fighting to get back on top. They'll face rival Virginia. February Madness continues, Saturday at 3:30 on ABC.
Direct from an engagement in New York City, Toronto Dance Theater. In concert, Friday, February 19th at 7:30 p.m. at the High School Auditorium. Tickets available at all bookstores. Brought to Juneau by the Juneau Arts and Humanities Council.
I really love the ribs here at Tony Roma's. In fact, this is my 27th serving of ribs. Okay, it's my first, but I could have had 27 if I wanted to. Because it's Tony Roma's Endless Slab. All the delicious ribs you can eat for one great price. I mean, look at these ribs. They're the main reason we even have a mouth. The Endless Slab from Tony Roma's. And be sure to tell them Bob sent you. My name's not Bob. I just always wanted to say Bob sent you.
We're looking for you at the Alaska Zoo. Don't be bashful. Come on by. And bring the family. Enjoy a tasty treat. There's no telling who you'll meet. Hey, we're looking for you. Honest, really we are. At the Alaska Zoo, Mile 2 on O'Malley Road.
Let's talk a little about marriage, just in case anyone missed it in the press. Rose just got engaged. Go ahead. Show the rock.
Let's see the ring.
Go ahead, show your...
the rock. Oh! Just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
go ahead, show that. What Super Bowl do you win? Look at the size of
Super
that
Bowl
thing.
of love, baby, that's
Super
right.
Bowl. Well, congratulations.
So what do you think about this? In Britain, a couple won what they call a Lonely Hearts radio contest. They have never met, and they got married at the altar, having never met. They called it Two Strangers in a Wedding. And these people were selected by a panel of relationship counselors and astrologers and met at the altar and went through with it. And I think the argument for this is that very often married people wind up strangers. Why not start with the premise that we're going to make it work? You don't think that's any worse than what's going on now with an over 50% divorce rate?
Well, first of all, that's not really a marriage.
Could they see pictures of each other?
What happened?
Could they see pictures of each other?
No, they did not.
No, that would be too personal. We can't allow that.
Yeah, we can't allow that.
I think it's great. I think it's hysterical.
Did they get a divorce limit? Did they win a divorce limit also?
No, they won. They actually.
Just the marriage.
They just want a honeymoon, probably.
They won a honeymoon,
Oregon.
an apartment, and a car. So they didn't do badly.
Do they have to stay married for a certain amount of time?
No, this is not. This is not.
This is not really a joke. They really actually
It's
do.
not a joke.
These are
It's
people that
a
would...
joke on marriage. In a free society, people ought to be able to do what they want to do. If they want to go on a game show and win a marriage, they can do that. But it's an
Have you
insult.
seen Jerry Springer? Those people are married. Hello.
I said. It's a free society, but it's an insult to what we think of as a
Those people are
marriage.
an insult to what I think of marriage. I'm not going to, like,
Yeah,
kill
but
them.
you can't make people, I mean, they can do what they want. I mean, I think I have
No,
to go and do
no, it's
what
not the
you want.
question. Is can they? The question is it any worse than we're doing
Yes.
marriage now?
Yes,
Why?
it is. The purpose of the marriage is for two people who care about each other, who have an emotional relationship with each other, and plan to commit to each other for longer
that's typical
than the
Republican
game show.
espousing, which is to tell us all how we should live our personal lives.
Well, we want to tell you.
That's how you maybe think of marriage.
Oh, wait a second.
Meanwhile, they're the ones, like, having sex with some weirdo old man in the basement.
We are.
No,
What
that's
about
the President of the United
What about
States.
the president?
He's a
Yeah,
young person in the
exactly.
basement.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got it wrong.
Baby.
Yeah, we could. I could
get off the Clinton?
Okay, let's talk about Barney Frank and his house party.
Quickly here.
I mean,
We don't
he's having
want
fun.
to legislate what you do, but we do believe that there are historical examples that can show people what works. And the idea, if anyone believes, if anyone really believes that marriages would be the same if everybody met through the game show, I mean, come on. I ought to be able to say that.
I think it's funny.
I'm
I think
just
it's
saying,
campy.
I think
it's silly.
There are arranged marriages in many parts of the world, and their record of success,
Is a lot.
apparently there are some here today,
You get
their
to
record of
lead,
success is actually better than people who fall in love, quote, and get married.
I think
you know what? There's
Wait,
no
wait, that's a false analogy.
There's no recipe to make a marriage work. There
I've
really
met
is no
people
recipe.
that knew each other
I mean,
for a week, and they got married in Vegas when they were drunk, and 30
They're
years
still
later,
together.
they're great.
Tommy Lee and
Absolutely. I
Pamela
am
only
with you
married
on this
after a
one,
week, and look how well that turned out.
Yeah, you know.
Well,
I think
reasonable
reasonable people ought to agree that you should at least have met the person for an hour before the marriage.
At this point, maybe they're cheating.
An hour.
All
Bad luck to see the
marriages
bride.
should be
It's bad.
determined on the ability to know the phrase that pays.
It's bad luck to see the bride. It's bad luck to see the bride before the wedding. Didn't you know that?
Right.
Apparently in London now, you never get to see them.
All right,
You know,
we
there
have to
should
take a
be some
commercial. We'll be right
alternative
back.
marriage.
There are many ways you can get stuck with a flat tire. But not with this tire. Even with no air pressure, you keep driving to safety. The Goodyear AquaSteel Run Flat. It could be the difference between getting stuck and getting there. Only from Goodyear.
The nation's top critics have a favorite film, Shakespeare in Love. Good title. The winner of 3 Golden Globe Awards, and now it's been nominated for 13 Academy Awards, including Best Picture of the Year. Shakespeare in Love, rated R, now playing everywhere.
This is new Mentadent Crystal Ice toothpaste made with icy cooling crystals. It delivers baking soda and peroxide in a burst of active oxygen bubbles for fresh breath that really lasts. New Mentadent Crystal Ice toothpaste. Nothing feels better than a mouth this clean.
They say we're young, and we don't know. Won't
I want to be a star.
well, I don't know. All that's true.
I got an idea for a TV show. I knew this was going to happen. I didn't.
An ABC original, and the beat goes on. Monday, 9/8 Central.
It doesn't matter who you are.
or where you come from, in the Army National Guard. If you want to serve your country, if you can spend 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year of intense training to be ready when your community needs you, then call 1-800-GO-GUARD. Become part of a team that will help you achieve everything you can. Join the men and women of the Army National Guard. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD.
In the Army National Guard, you can.
And I came to Scan-Home because I figured it would be the high bid, and I could just end my bidding process there, but it wasn't. Actually, it was the lowest, and I ended up stocking my whole office from Scan-Home.
The prices are great. It certainly keeps us coming back.
I find the prices to be very reasonable and well within my budget.
I like the selection and the variety of the furniture that we get here.
They've got beds, and the headboards are gorgeous. They've got mirrors. They've got everything here.
Desks, bookcases, couches, coffee tables, lamps, dressers.
Planning to be in the Los Angeles area and would like free tickets to Politically Incorrect, call 323-575-4321.
All right, I got just enough time to say if you don't think there's a problem with government too much in our lives, in the state of Alabama, it is illegal to own a vibrator. I couldn't believe that when I read that today. If you don't think that violates the pursuit of happiness, I don't know what does. On Monday, tomorrow we will have, on Friday, Ben Savage, Christopher Reed, Monica Crowley, and our citizen panelist, Kristen Kozakowski.